All right, pod season 7, weeks 1 through 4, and a little bit of preseason. Back at it again.
Oh yeah.
Excited, excited, excited. Um, we got back. That's a horrible
What it do?
introduction.
What it do?
I'm sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. They know what it is by now.
How you feeling, man? How you living?
Good man. Glad to be here.
Um, and then I guess we keeping it short. We got Fries. How you doing, man?
I'm great, man. Great. Ready to keep it rocking. Been a minute, so yeah, let's
Yes,
roll.
sir. Yes, sir. This week we gonna keep it short. No commercial breaks. 1 hour. So gonna be speed running through these updates. Little housekeeping. Bag, if you wanna give a quick congratulations to last season's national championship winner, and I'll pull up the Hall of Fame inductees real quick.
Um, who won the Natty last year? Was it OG? I think it was OG. OG,
Yeah,
do
it was
or
OG.
die. Shout out to you, man. Second Natty. Shoot, I guess he's unlocked CEO now, so y'all gotta be on the lookout, man. The dude can do some things with that team over there. So great season, man. Keep it up.
Yes, sir. Um, Going on to the Hall of Fame inductees. We got Kiki Dewara from Nebraska, I believe linebacker.
Nah, he's a corner. He was a monster out there.
Crazy with linebacker stacks. Anyways, yeah, for Nebraska, congratulations to him. We can expect the official jacket and pictures probably this weekend. We got Ryan Sharp from University of Oklahoma, and
Yes,
then
sir.
is moving on for I believe our first time Hall of Fame inductee out of the University of Miami. Correct me if I'm wrong. First tight end.
Well, we have two tight ends this year who are both the first, but yes.
Yeah, first year, and I think out of 25 and 26, we've had tight ends, if I'm not mistaken. Kellen Winston the third out of Miami, and then another first time inductee out of University of North Carolina, Jake Johnson.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. They was hooping. I mean, J. Ross got a lot of CPU work, but honestly, the more I've dug into it, every league J. Ross in, he be putting up numbers with his tight end. So I guess it's just part of his game.
Yes, sir. No shame in it if that's how he decides to live his lifestyle. We're not here to judge. Before we get started, thoughts on the patch. I don't know if anybody else noticed, but I know personally, things definitely have changed. But I'll wait to give my opinion because I'd be on there for 10 minutes. Frowls, you got any thoughts on the newest patch?
Yeah, I think they overdid the fumbles for sure. Like it's kind of ridiculous. Cost me in my game versus OG. I felt like, I can see when you get really, nice hit stick, clean hit stick. Dude has hammer maybe, but the ones where they get barely touched and the ball comes out, those are tough, man.
Gotcha.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not really with it.
Bag, how you feel about this update?
I mean, the game's still like good, but yeah, I agree with the fumble thing. I'm glad that they do. I'm glad there are fumbles now because I feel like early in the game there was essentially like no fumbles, very, very, very rarely. So I'm glad they're up, but they kind of overdid it now. Now you can expect at least a fumble a game, which I don't know if that's realistic or not. I don't know football stats enough, but somebody's gonna fumble, and when it's one fumble a game, it can really screw somebody over. Also, QBs are missing some
Mm,
throws. That I just don't feel like that. I feel like whatever code that is, they need to take that out. Like if a dude is wide open and the QB, QB throws it with a clean pocket, he's got to be able to hit that. Like I feel like in my games, you know, you can say it's just one play, but if that was going to be a 30-yard gain and instead it's just 3rd and 10 now, it's like, it's rough.
Yes,
So,
sir.
they definitely got, hopefully they put out another patch and fix that, but don't expect it. They seem like they always fix one thing and break another. So
For
I'm
sure.
sure they'll do it again.
Yeah. Same for both. Fumbles, more fumbles I've probably seen in the last week than I probably have all year. Now that I know what to expect it's not as frustrating. Still not fun, especially when it happens to you, but it's that I can adjust to. But the random inaccuracies from, I guess, high level quarterbacks is the more frustrating thing. Like if you got a 93 overall QB, all your accuracies are low to mid 90s, and then you have abilities on top of that, we clean pocket shouldn't be missing throws. Because if I'm missing a drag, if you overthrowing a drag, a lot of times that's not going to work out well for you.
Yeah, I agree. I think
So,
that part is definitely brutal.
like, and it hurts because, especially my play style, it was super heavy air raid. Like run the ball 6-7 times a game, but I'm tossing I think 40 times, and to be like, yeah, you're going to get 3 or 4 bad inaccuracies that could essentially tank a whole game. So it's like, oh, I could automatically just count on giving one away, even if it was the right read. So
Yeah, it's definitely brutal. That they got to fix that. I mean, dude's wide open. We got to be able to hit him.
so um we will move on. We'll look at, let's go through the conferences real quick. Probably won't hit teams this week, but we haven't really started any conference play. We'll start from the top down this week, going through the SEC. Zevi with 2 wins, good win versus Iowa. I did not have a chance to watch either of these games. Fellas, did y'all happen to see? Because these look like 2 quality wins.
I didn't see the Florida State one. I'm glad he put up a pretty good fight. Maybe he'll be able to make some noise in the Big 12 this year. I did see the Iowa one. Um, I think Iowa made like one through like maybe one pick, but really what it comes down to, same thing. When I picked Alabama in the Big 12 championship, and you saw it in the playoff too, is just he just struggles to get stops. If you don't throw him any like obvious, just like terrible read picks, and I mean, I guess a lot of people, the game is favored towards the offense, but I think last year he gave up like the most points in the entire league by like 100 points. So it was kind of some of that. I mean, I think could you scroll up one to that game? How many points does Zev end up with? 42.
Yeah,
That's not that many, but at the same time, I mean, could you click maybe the stats? I think you can see the box score, right?
Yep.
I mean, did he get one stop? Like, just one.
100%. No, essentially.
Never went to.
He never.
Did he never went to third on his 2-point conversion?
So he went.
So yeah,
1 for 1, and the one time he didn't get it on third, he converted on fourth.
Yeah, so not a single stop that'll do it. And then I guess he ended up throwing 2 picks, but I really only saw one. Maybe he threw a second one like super late in the game. Yeah, and then I mean, yeah, Zev 0 punts. I mean, that'll do it. That'll do it.
Yes, sir. Good to see Zev starting out strong. I know the Florida State, if I'm not mistaken, was not a grudge match, but protected.
It was a
robbery.
protected robbery, yeah.
So
yeah, but Zev was gonna win that one. I think he beat him last year pretty bad on the road. I got to go update those.
Gotcha. Frows, talk to me. Ohio State last 2, I can't even say last 2 years, consistently beating the teams he's supposed to beat, usually handedly. If you can't beat man, it's going to be a long day in the office for you. fair to say Ohio State slightly underrated?
Uh, I think we accurately rate him. I think we give him love on most pods. I still don't know that he's. I know OG is his man in real life, but I think OG is a different tier still. Like those kind of top OG Zevi, still a little slightly better, just consistency against the top opponents. But he can ball, bro. He can beat anybody. Um, we criticized him a couple years back for just spamming to the running back. He doesn't really do that anymore. He actually has like a passing game and does some stuff now. And like you said on the man, if you don't have burners and you don't have ability to block up and slide your line and what you got to do, it's gonna be a long day. So, he's balling right now.
Yes, sir. Bag, I do have a question before we move on to newcomer to the SEC, Alabama. Do you think that we don't give enough credit to frequent matchups? So just like Worm and OG seem to play much real frequent. Do you think that has anything to do with how we judge it? Because OG is like, I know your route combos. We play all the time. Do we not give that enough credit to how that might affect how people look versus other users?
Yeah, I mean, um, I'm not sure about whether or not we give enough credit, but I do definitely think that plays a major part. Like, for example, the case of Ohio State and Nebraska, they play all the time. And Ohio State gets Nebraska a very good amount, especially like if we're in another league where all three of us are in there and Nebraska's beating them in there, he's beating them here. Ohio State's beating Nebraska. I felt like, when that happened, Clemson played Georgia, who we probably shouldn't have lost to in general. But I think the only reason that game is close is because they play all the time. Same goes for when I played Georgia. I think if we had just played one time, or we played like once every 2 months or whatever, you might not know what's going on. But I think at this point, at the top of the league, especially, a lot of guys know what each other are doing, because we play minimum once a month, if not more, and we've played several times now. So dudes have an idea what I'm trying to do. I mean, I changed my playbook halfway through the year, just because I'll probably end up changing it again maybe at the end of the season, end of the cycle of this game, if I care enough to do it. Just because dudes, they know what you're running, and definitely makes it tougher. And then you can see the discrepancy, like a lot of times, like you get to the playoffs or whatever, and you play somebody who has had a great season, but hasn't played, doesn't know exactly what you're doing. You end up just, you see wide spreads on some of those games.
Gotcha.
And I think, as far as underrating, I feel like we underrate a lot. Underrate like just how much of a matchup game it is. So yeah, familiarity for sure, but like me versus X player, if you were somebody else, and you're like, how do you lose to him? But like beat this other, it's crazy. It's crazy. Like we were talking before the pod, like hoop, for example, I have a terrible time playing hoop. I don't know what it is. I get no stops. I got no idea what's going on. It's just never a good game. But like Zevi, who is really, really good, I feel so comfortable playing him. Like I wouldn't say like Hoop's a better player, but just matchup wise, I feel like I got a better chance beating Zevi most games, which is just crazy, but that's how it is.
Gotcha. Right before we talk about this Alabama Baylor game, Bag, I don't want you to sleep on the fact that Frows jumped in and said that, because if the argument sticks, that makes that Georgia loss look a little bit better. But we're not gonna harp on that.
Well, I mean, I agree. Like I think if him and Georgia hadn't played, they've been playing video games together for, definitely Georgia's whole life. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Clemson taught Georgia how to play video games.
Like legitimately, you could make that argument. He would say no, but probably could make that argument for real.
So they've been playing for a long time. So it happens. Some of my toughest games are against that Georgia user. So I get it, but yeah, at the end of the day, like the general record speaks for, I think speaks the most. People's general records and certainly people's playoff records. I think like neutral site, there's no home field, really skewing the game one way or another. And just in general, like how often do you lose?
Gotcha.
I think speaks a lot.
Gotcha. Moving on, Alabama, welcome to the SEC. Started off with 2 early wins before he's moving into the thick of his schedule. Early comp at Baylor. Bag, do you think Alabama can get a home win against Baylor to start off his interconference with the Big Ten? Intra-conference.
Well, this is yeah. I see what you mean now. So I mean, he still has 2 out of conference games left. With these 2 coming up, I think he gets Baylor. I think Alabama makes some noise in that SEC. They needed some juice over there, especially with Clemson falling out. I think he gets some wins. I think he's a really good user. I think he gets his Baylor game at home, even though Baylor has a very good team, relatively good team, and has a really good quarterback in particular. He's able to play his play style this year pretty well. So I mean, Baylor's going to be a force too, especially in the Big 12. But I think Alabama sneaks away with that one, and I think he is going to beat some of these guys in the SEC as the season goes on, and might find a way to sneak in the playoffs.
Gotcha. Does this start his conference play? Fries, do you think he could get a win at home versus Ohio State as his first conference game?
I mean, definitely can. Would I pick him? Do I think it's
He's at
likely?
home.
Nah.
He's at home though.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be able to make his adjustments.
Right.
I don't know what his receiver room's talking about. He likes to run a lot. Ohio State's team speed and just their whole front it's going to be tough to run for the most part. But nah, I don't see it.
Okay.
Being honest, I think it's going to be tough. Tough little slate of games coming up. User games.
Oh yeah.
Nothing easy over there.
Absolutely not. Tennessee still in the SEC, taking over onto his second season with early wins versus Texas A&M out of conference and USC out of conference. At Auburn. Auburn promoted to the Big 12 this year?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. So I'll look ahead to this game on the road at Auburn. I'm not sure if he still has a punter playing left guard, but what are the chances Auburn can walk away with the upset on this one, Bag?
Personally, I don't think he's going to be able to get this one. I think it's going to be a tough matchup for him. His team is coming along, and Tennessee's team is kind of back to tier 1 average. But the Tennessee user is still a good user. Definitely got to respect his game. I respect Auburn's game too. But I think Tennessee is able to get this one done on the road.
Gotcha. Good to see. Frost, how do you feel about Tennessee? Because I know early last year he was kept off the tier list because we all said there wasn't enough data points. Ranked number 7 and got about 12, 13 games under his belt. How you feeling about him as a user?
I think he definitely fits. Like, he's not getting overmatched. I mean, his team is great for sure, but even this year with a lesser team, I haven't watched his games, but it looks like he's holding it down for the most part. Chucky can be tricky at times, but he still got that done on the road. And USC is a quality user, so it looks like he's off to a good start. When I played him last year, I think he beat me. I mean, definitely a solid user. He'll be. I think I've seen enough to rank him myself. I don't know about Bag, but yeah, he definitely should be somewhere in the tiers at this point.
Gotcha. Okay. Moving on to Texas. Got an early win versus Hoop. Took a tough rivalry loss to Baylor. I believe that was non-positional for Baylor since he dropped as a Big 12.
He didn't get like a legend, but he still got like he ended up getting +3 physical.
Yeah, +3 physical, +10 non-physical, whatever one he picked.
Yeah, he took the +3 physical, put on his quarterback. I think his quarterback's like 95 speed.
Oh, okay. Good for him. Give him more offensive firepower, but glad to see him able to hold up in the state of Texas. Tough loss for Texas though. I don't know if anybody had a chance to watch Georgia's game today. Fraz, do you think Georgia was able to pull the upset versus Texas?
I definitely was watching. Another game kind of we were talking about earlier. There's a lot of familiarity. They play a ton. They don't like each other game wise at all. Like they're both trying to get that done. At Georgia's always a little bit tougher, but Texas is playing really good ball. I don't think Georgia's in his best form right now. I think
is that from today's game or just across multiple weeks?
Watching him today was I don't know what he was on today, but in general, I don't think he's playing his best ball right now, or what that even really looks like at this point.
Is it the quarterback?
But I mean, he got his quarter. I don't know. The quarterback was kind of making some rough throws today, but I think that's just update stuff like we were talking about.
Some of them. Let's not go crazy.
If you're, yeah, that's facts. That's facts. I still don't understand the 30-yard drops, but I'm not gonna be on his head this pod. So, him and Texas are actually, I think, closer than you might say, like user-wise. I don't think they're that far, which may be crazy on paper to say.
Definitely. But in my head,
in terms
definitely.
of like, I get that. I get that how I might see it in that way, but like in terms of understanding the game mechanic stuff, I don't think it's a huge difference at all. Like,
gotcha.
With that being said, I still think Texas gets it done. But
okay.
Yeah.
Before I move on to Bag and ask him about J-Roth this season, just because I've seen Texas play, and I don't know if he plays Madden. If they were to be put on Madden, just stick for stick, we're not trying to go too crazy. Do you think Texas wipes Georgia?
You're talking to me? Texas wipes Georgia? Yeah, I do. On the road too.
Okay.
He didn't even answer your question, but it's all good.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I was not locked. What'd you say? My bad.
Nah, just like if we took it off of college, as far as like user stick skills and just put them on Madden, do you think Texas wipes Georgia?
Oh,
you said he wipes them in college, so I don't see why he wouldn't.
yeah. I mean, I think I think last year they were definitely a lot closer. But I think Texas has taken the time to go learn how to play the game, and I think at this point in the game, he understands defensive concepts and offensive concepts at a higher level.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Moving on to J-Roth. Ole Miss got a tough early loss to Ole Miss. Rough to see from an SEC opponent, but anything's possible. And then after Washington got the upgrade, I believe he lost on a 2-point conversion, if I'm not mistaken. But seeing that, and then rivalry games with they don't actually have Notre Dame as a rivalry game. Florida State and Notre Dame Bag. Are you? I don't want to even say shocked, but a little disappointed of what you've seen so far from J-Roth.
Yeah, I mean, I think definitely. Losing to Ole Miss on the road, giving up 55 points to Ole Miss is kind of inexcusable. I don't really know exactly what happened there, but definitely not a good look for him there. And he should have lost his next game to Washington at home. Washington sold very badly down the stretch. I think he was up maybe 17 in the second half, and then threw like back-to-back picks in the third quarter. And then I actually stopped watching, but if he's gonna play like that coming up here, soon. He asked for a tougher schedule. He asked for a rivalry game, so I gave him to him. He's going to have to play 2 teams in the Big Ten. Or no, sorry, 1 team in the Big Ten. But Florida State's, just got relegated from the Big Ten. So, he's got one of the tougher schedules in the league. But also, hold up, how did he end up with 3 CPU games? Definitely well, he got 2 of those. Why is Stanford on his schedule? Definitely an oversight by Kamish right there.
No, it might have been locked in because Stanford's real life ACC. So that might have.
I don't think it is
a locked in Stanford game.
I appreciate you making an excuse for me, but I think I fucked that up. Not gonna lie. But anyways, so I mean, he's gonna get 3 free wins, which is good. But yeah, he's gonna have to step his game up against Florida State, who's been playing decent ball. That's on the road. That's gonna be a tough one. Notre Dame, of course. Tricky game right there. At least he's got him at home. But then, I think Zeb beat him last year. Alabama, as I said, I think will make the playoffs. Tennessee, I think, beat him last year. He might have beat Tennessee, actually. But they play good games 9 times out of 10. Him and Texas will be a really good game as well. Ohio State seems to have his number. So, I mean, if he doesn't right that ship, he might be the one who gets sent out of the SEC this year. I'd say he's probably playing the worst ball out of SEC guys to start the year.
Okay. No shots. No.
I know y'all hate playmaker, but I will say offensively, I feel like he's been playing at a high level for like the last season and a half. I don't know about defense because it looks like he's giving up a lot of points, but offense, I think, if you're asking me, I think he should lean into the playmaker more, for real, because he does it probably as good as most I've seen in the league. Like, he can time it up pretty well. He does it more than he admits. That's my only gripe, is he'll say he doesn't do it a lot. He does, but he's good at it though, and it's hard to stop, like we talked about. So, hey man,
I think you're giving him way more credit there than you should. I mean, I think offensively, I don't know what we've seen on offense to where you could say he's just
43 points, 42 points. No,
I mean, against ACC teams,
I bet he puts up 35 on Cole.
I bet you he doesn't put up 35 on Zev. I bet you the only way he beats Zev or a lot of those teams in the SEC is if the game is limited possessions.
I mean, he's never beaten Zev, so I'm not going to disagree there, but I think he gets.
Well, I mean, it's just crazy. You think he's just lighting it up on offense because this might be. I feel like I say this to you a lot, but could it be because he happened to beat you in Zev's league?
It's not that. It's not that at all. Not that at all.
I don't know. Maybe it's him now. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm telling you, his offense is different with leaning into the playmakers. All I'm saying. I'm not saying he's like the best player in the league now, but watching him play and playing against him also, for sure, his offense is much better than it used to be, for sure. No question.
I mean, Washington had him in a box in general. Washington wins that game easily without turning the ball over like 3 times second half.
We said he had him in a box putting up 43. I don't know if we can say that.
But he was down.
He was down 17 going into the third.
He was. Yeah, he was in a box, and then Washington threw 2 picks like on his own side of the 50-yard line, and he ended up scoring. But okay. And I think he also had like a fumble for a touchdown, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, my point being, like, I'm not sold.
Washington had 4 turnovers.
Yeah, so I mean,
all in the second.
Defense to offense, I support it. He threw for 400 passing yards, man.
He's been doing that though.
Looks like, but hey, man.
Sure. Let's say he has a good offense. Well, say we can see that his offense has been improving. But the way y'all talk about Iowa, does that even matter?
You think he's?
I agree. I think J-Rock plays probably better defense than Iowa.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
That's
I think
not
so
saying much. But okay.
That's a low bar. But yeah, I think now. All right, now Iowa, on the other hand, Iowa can play some offense. I'll tell you that. Iowa can put up some points with the best of them. Iowa can beat anybody in this league any given day. Well, I wouldn't say J-Roth can't because he actually probably can, but Iowa's gonna consistently like score most times that he has the ball.
Right.
So
Hot in off the press, J. Roth wants me to mention that Ole Miss got 3 fumbles on 3 possessions.
he did say that. Yeah, it's true.
So
And that's how he ended up with 55. So, I mean, it's kind of the same. Like, Washington turned it over a bunch. J-Rod turned it over a bunch in that game, too. So, I mean, look, J-Rod is good at this game. I'm not sitting up here trying to, like, say that he's not good. I just don't necessarily agree that his offense is, like, prolific all of a sudden.
So, moving on to the Big Ten, Nebraska. We got OG. Man, Fouls. 0-2 already, sir?
Tough ones too, man. 2 very tough losses. We should have won, I think, both in my head, but
Gotcha. We'll
get it done.
We'll get to Clemson in a minute. Because people are telling you this Mickey Mouse bubble gum ring that you got is that cubic zirconium is starting to fade real quick, the way them last 2 seasons went. So, we'll stop by Death Valley to check in on you. But starting off, as usual, Nebraska with those. Not gonna say he won't have a real test until week 10. I
think the Alabama game's gonna be real.
At Alabama, we're saying
Yeah.
1-score game.
I think it really could be for sure. I mean, I think the Alabama user is really good. I would have loved to see the Alabama user, not take that break he had. He was good in the beginning with Arizona State. I think people just kind of forgot. Well, he wasn't in the league, so people don't remember that from way back in year 1. I think he left like beginning of year 2 with Arizona State, but he was doing good with that team. Yeah, he's the real deal. I think he belongs in tier 1. That's the best home field in the game at Alabama. So I mean, that's not going to be an easy game for OG. I'm taking OG in that game, but definitely think it'll be a battle. Yes. And they know each other well too. They play in a few leagues together, so.
Okay. I don't know if the comparison is a 1-for-1, but Alabama reminds me of like the Proxa role that we had last year.
Proxa, I need him back in the league, man.
Just like consistently at the top, but nobody was really talking about it. But like when you seen that Missouri user pop across your screen, you're like, was he Missouri last year?
He was Missouri in the grind last year.
Yeah, you seen that Missouri user pop across your screen. You're just like, oh, it's going to be a long day. So, moving on to Notre Dame. Got a early win versus Michigan and then early win versus Clemson and LSU. Fries. Notre Dame continues to be a force one way or another. Do you think he can be consistent enough to get wins against Nebraska and North Carolina?
At Nebraska, I don't think so. I don't really see that happening. But yeah, he can beat Hoop. I think definitely can beat Hoop. Most games he has a good chance to win based on his play style and his team. I don't think he gets blown out too much just from how his seasons have gone. But for him, we say it every pod. It's just regular season. He's probably gonna hold it down. Like I'm sure he's probably gonna have maybe 1 loss, 2 max, I would assume. And we'll see what he does in the playoffs. Until he changes that narrative, that's all dudes are gonna say. So that should be his focus. I'm sure it is.
Okay. Straight from the pod, you heard it. It's a compliment. And the worst way, your regular season no longer matters. Crazy to say?
I mean,
oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was gonna say yeah. That's pretty much like he still got to win the games, but
right.
I don't know. I don't think his narrative changes until the playoffs.
Right. He can't really improve where he's at. From the regular season, it's all postseason at this time.
Yeah,
what is that? James Harden comparison. Like
sure.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also, I mean, uh, I don't want to be a hater on here at all, so I won't be. But you know, it's just he's never been in my S tier, and he won't be in my S tier until he makes some type of, I mean, at least a semifinal run. Like even if he just happens to win a game, if he wins a game and then runs up on a typical semifinal type dude and loses, then it still like I don't care that you finally like won a playoff game. You should win a playoff game. It's like embarrassing that you haven't. Um,
he won 1 year.
Regular season. That's what they say. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
But
I feel like we probably had booted that Michigan user for doing dumb shit, but I don't know. Because didn't you say you had Michigan year 2 to start?
yeah,
So he didn't get a win then because we had already booted the Michigan. If he beat Michigan, if you had Michigan to start year 2, and he beat Michigan in the playoff, quote unquote, that means that there would have been no time point for us to boot Michigan. So we probably booted him before the playoff, but there's no evidence of either way, and it was so long ago I don't remember. So I mean, whatever.
sweet. We'll say he got 1 user win. Moving on to LSU schedule. Tough loss at Notre Dame. That's a new patch game, sir. You play that game at home tomorrow. Do you think the outcome is different?
I mean, he's beat me the last 3 times we played. So there's that, but that's the first time the game's been that wide. I felt like a lot of things went against me that game. I don't usually lose games like that, but usually I have a game like that, but hopefully we can tighten up coming down the stretch. Do I think if it was at home field? I mean, I think I'll win if we play home field. I mean, most time I feel like I'll win. I feel like most time when he does win, it's a lot of questionable shit that might go his way. But good win for him. I got to load up. I got a pretty tough. I try to keep my schedule halfway decent, but there's not too many. Auburn's a solid user. Tennessee on the road will be tough. Syracuse has been playing good ball, so those will be decent games. And then we got to handle business with these tier 1 guys. So hopefully we can make a playoff push, come down the stretch, and then once we get in the playoffs, anything can happen.
Yes,
We are
sir.
coming off back-to-back semifinal appearances, so hopefully we can do it again. But definitely, obviously got to tighten things up. I would love to where it doesn't matter what happens with the EA, I still win games. I feel like that's what the best guys do. So got work to do.
Yes, sir. Moving on to Iowa. Congratulations on the upgrade to the Big Ten. Won your way into the Big Ten. Early loss versus Zev that we covered earlier. Got a good win at home versus Iowa. Looking forward, Clemson and then USC. Froz, you looking forward to your matchup versus Ill Will at Connect Stadium with the hospital in the background?
Not really looking forward to it, but I know I have to score some points based on what he does every game. So if I can't put up like 40, I'm probably not gonna win that game.
Do you think that's the mark for beating Will? You think Bagwork, if you can't put up 35 points, you don't have a chance to beat him?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think well, first I just want to address whatever is in the message from J. Rod saying he put up more than 14 points against Notre Dame. I hope you do. I don't think that Notre Dame is some like juggernaut like maybe some of my podcast mates do. I think you can win that game. Hopefully you do win that game. I would love it for your program.
How we can
But whatever our record is during 26, You could put it in chat. I think he maybe beat me like one time in this whole time 26 has been out, maybe twice. I don't know, but you know, I'm not much to talk a bunch of trash unless it's like to Georgia or something like that. So you know, I hope you do win. I think you will play well, especially if you're at home. I think you give him a good fight. Hopefully, you can finish the job and get that done. Sorry, what was your question before that?
I don't think I had a question.
Oh, someone asked me something. I had to address J Roth real quick.
Oh no, I asked Frost how we caught a stray during your addressing Dre Roth, but all good. Frost, Florida got the team looking a little better. Took a rough L to Ohio State, but got a win on the road. Yeah, on the road at Arkansas versus Mr. Coco Melon himself. Do you think Florida can keep himself from being relegated out of the Big Ten?
I think it's gonna be tough. I can't say I watched his games yet this year. It's been out a lot, but knowing his opponents and looking at his schedule, like there's no cupcakes at all. Like you should say, he probably on paper he should beat Georgia, right? He should beat like his computer games, but anyone else, like, are we saying he's the favorite in any of those games coming up? Maybe Hoop, maybe a good game, but I think Hoop probably should get that done, right? So I don't know. Tough schedule more than anything.
Gotcha. No, I don't see him necessarily favored in any of those games. Tough conference. That's all I got to say. Tough conference. Switching back over to you, Bag, as we round out the Big Ten. Hoop got a tough loss early versus Texas, but games with Arizona State, Florida. Do you think Hoop can win the one or enough games to keep from being relegated?
I think it'd be crazy for Hoop to get relegated because he can put together some really good performances. But on the other side of that, he also has games where might leave your head scratching a little bit. But nah, I can't pick Hoop to get relegated. I mean, I think he's relatively tough to stop. That game with Iowa is going to be a major one. Iowa's trying to stick around too. They know each other well. That'll be a big time game. And then yeah, I mean he can beat Notre Dame, LSU, and Nebraska. But that Iowa win would be huge for him and Florida. I mean both those games are close ones, but I'm taking Hoop in both. So hopefully he can knock that out.
Gotcha. As that rounds it out for the Big Ten, we will scroll on over to the Big 12. Just quickly taking a look at Syracuse getting a early win versus Washington before Washington had the upgraded team, and then taking a tough L to Iowa. We'll play some defense here. Only held somebody to 20 points. Tough schedule though. Do you see Syracuse top 2 in the Big 12, Riles?
Top 2, you say, huh? Can you go back to the comments real quick for me? I don't want to say anything reckless. I do think Syracuse is kind of a quality user in the games I've seen him play. I don't think he's bad at all. I just think Baylor kind of playing decent ball recently between the grind and this, and still waiting on Okenzo to get back into that mode. I know it's still somewhere in there, but maybe it's this season. So I'm gonna say no in top 2. If you ask me today.
Sure. Appreciate the The honesty. That's how we like to keep it here. Bag. Do we think Okenzo is back in form yet, or is he? This might be a bad comparison, but I'm on one today. Do you think Okenzo is on his Kevin Durant stuff right now? We know the talent's
Uh,
there, but it doesn't always impact to winning basketball.
I see. I see where you're going with that. Um, I think he's back playing the game a lot, so I think that's gonna be in his favor, and I think he's gonna do well. Um, I picked him last year to get out of the Big 12, and he did okay. Um, this year, I think the Big 12 is a lot tougher. I think a lot of the teams in there have gotten better. I don't know if he's going to be able to be consistent enough to win that. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised if he does because of his history, but where he's at right now, he might struggle with some guys. But I mean, I think the Big 12 has a lot of wild cards. I mean, Clemson's been playing good ball. He has two games that he probably could have won against two of the best users in the league. So he looks like he's doing better. Um, Baylor's got a lot of things going for him this year. A lot of things he wants to do is there. Florida State, I think, will be a problem in the Big 12. And I think Arizona State's in that mix. So, I mean, he's top half of the league. Wouldn't be surprised if he makes it, but I probably wouldn't pick him to win the conference either. Um, but Syracuse, who is my man's, by the way, I think he's in that relegation area. I think it's going to be between him, uh, Georgia, and Auburn. I think that's the line, kind of. Like there's him, Georgia, and Auburn, and then there's Clemson, Florida State, Arizona State, Baylor.
All right. Okay. Like to see it. Auburn. Whoa. Sorry. Just looking at the team, 85 overall. I know overalls aren't everything, but they normally tell something. Did it feel
Yeah.
like you played at 85 overall team?
Oh no, that was bad. I mean, I think I played like 4 or 5 quarterbacks that game. I mean, I played pretty much everybody on defense that game. Uh, big time like team discrepancy there. Um, but I think he's able to put something together. I think he's a pretty decent user. But I mean, everyone in the Big 12 is, So I mean, it's no shame to get relegated from the Big 12. But you know, he's really going to be competing with, is he going to beat Georgia? Like, where do they play this year?
At Georgia.
Sheesh, don't love it. He's gone in there and won before, but that's going to be a tough environment. He's got to go. He's got to go at Syracuse and at Baylor. He gets the tier one rejects at home. That's not ideal. Like if it's going to be a hard game, might as well make it on the road. And he's got to play Bama. Not to say that isn't going to affect his conference standing, but overall record wise, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, 85 overall is not going to cut it though. I know he's recruiting. It's probably because he brought in a lot of freshmen. Ideally, maybe he recruited some players this year, so he's got a lot of lower overall freshmen kind of dragging his roster down. Because I know he's got Cam Newton over there, quarterback, who's a good player. And he probably has a good running back too, because he had like 50 of them before. So, he might be able to make something happen. It's hard to judge people before they get into conference play. Like my team is so much better than his that it's not really like a fair game.
Gotcha. Moving on to Georgia. Took a tough loss to Ohio State at home. And then I thought I saw Georgia play today.
Yeah, he lost his game. It's going to be a forced win for Texas A&M.
Okay. Fries, talk to me. Do you see Georgia getting relegated, or can they tread water at this point?
Nah, I mean, he definitely can win enough of these to not get relegated, but probably at Chucky. Well, Chucky's not conference, right? So he's good on that still. But
No,
trying
he
to see like where
Pac-12,
he's
man.
got home and away. I mean, just get Baylor at home. I mean, he can maybe squeak one of them out. I'm gonna say he probably hangs around if you ask me today. Because what we get 2 relegated or just 1?
Two, I think.
It remains to be seen because Oregon kind of jacked things up. Normally it's 2, but since last year we sent down 3, probably will end up just sending down 1 and bringing 2 back up out of ACC.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I would assume, depending on how things go. I mean, if there's just 2 teams that are just getting mollywopped in the Big 12, maybe we'll adjust somehow. But
Listen, he keep playing like he played today. It'll be an easy decision.
Yo.
yeah, I mean, I personally, like
Crazy,
Georgia has
man.
a really good team, man. It's just, that consistency and really just playing clean ball, man. Like if he can not turn the ball over, he's going to win enough games. It's the games where he probably should have won that he ends up losing because of, you know, throwing the ball around. Like we can't go to the Stats Texas A&M game, never mind. But yeah.
Was I out of pocket for that one, Frost?
Nah, it was just funny. Caught me off guard.
Just because again, for the last, we'll say 7-8 games, he's been playing consistent ball, and then I saw him play today, and it was just like this was like season 2-3 Georgia. Like we're scrambling 30 yards back, throwing off our back foot, throwing up a Hail Mary to a 5-yard interception. Like, why aren't we throwing the ball away? Especially on the road. The decisions were just mind-boggling after I watched you play most of last year. As you said, clean ball. And it's how many times do we have to hear Bag say, if he doesn't put the ball in harm's way, who knows what he can do? But
he putting that thing in harm's way every day.
it's like, how long we gonna keep asking, man, don't put the ball in harm's way before you just feel like, what if that, man, I'm on my comparisons today. What if he's just Jameis Winston? Has all the talent in the world, but he gonna throw 30 picks and 30 touchdowns, but you know what you gonna get.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's exactly what that's a good comparison for how he's, playing ball. And I think in the Big 12, like we said last year, I mean, he ended up not getting relegated last year off of a tiebreaker, which, I mean, I'm not trying, he earned that tiebreaker that he ended up with. So good for him. But it's tough in the Big 12 to turn the ball over. Ideally, you don't turn it over at all, but certainly, you start talking about 2-3 interceptions. It's rough.
Yeah. So, not trying to poop on him, but listen. We just call it how we see it, and I feel like the Jameis isn't a bad comparison. It's,
He in the chat typing. I wonder what he's about to say.
listen, I'm a Jameis fan. Like, you can't tell me nothing. I'm a Jameis fan. He gonna sling that rock, and he gonna feed that wide receiver. So,
Thanks.
but he thinks he's the next coming of Brett Favre, and he thinks he can make every throw. And sometimes you just gotta know when to check it down or throw it away. So, on to Baylor, who started off hot with a win at Texas. Bama at Georgia is going to be a tough stretch. Bag, do you think he could rattle off back-to-back wins on the road versus these two users?
Back to back on the road. Georgia has his number actually. So I mean, this is one of Baylor's best teams. So maybe he'll, be able to compete at a higher level with Georgia. But it seems not that good relative to Georgia's.
Right.
I like Georgia in that game. and I like Bama in the first game. So back to back, no, I don't see it. I don't see him going to Georgia, going to Bama, winning that game, and going to Georgia is going to be a very tough game. But I think he does pull out. But
Gotcha. Okay. Moving on to Clemson, we got to just. I said we're not gonna take no commercial breaks, but we are gonna pull off I-95 for this rest area because we got to talk about it. Frowls, since the people have to address you as national champion when they talk about you,
Facts.
but there is hesitation, and some would also call it an asterisk. The last, we'll say, 15 to 20 games. Um, what can you attribute to what we call a decline of good ball from what we're used to seeing out of Clemson?
Last year, I felt like it was a bad roster construction for me. Um, I don't think I had the team to do it. Mixed with, early in the year had some stuff going on, but I could live. I could live with that one. This year, these first two games, there's really no reason I should have lost either one of them. And they probably, Notre Dame might not. Notre Dame never. I feel like he's always like, no, that's just how the game goes. Like he should have lost that game for sure. OG knows also he should have lost that game. He said it pretty much in the chat, but I didn't get it done. So, it's a lot of hypotheticals. Doesn't really matter. Notre Dame game, some of the probably the two craziest non-picks I've experienced in the game since it came out that changed the whole course of the game. I talked about it earlier, but OG just kick return touchdown, forced a random fumble, and was get. It's not like I'm complaining. I'm really not complaining. I'm explaining. But all that to say, I feel good about my team this year. I think had the early challenges. I appreciate the commissioner for giving me those early in the year as opposed to late in the year. So I like that. Didn't get them done, but I think we'll be okay. Got to win the ones we're supposed to, which should be nothing against my schedule. But I mean, on paper, we probably should get those done. So, put the word out, man.
Gotcha.
yeah, I mean the next big test I see there is really Iowa. Can you get a stop? Can it is at a conference? Yeah, but still, just for if that's his third loss before he even gets into the conference. That doesn't leave him much wiggle room. So that's a really big circle, probably potential grudge match type level game. Where he's gonna have to get it done, and I think he can. I think Clemson in general plays pretty decent defense. I think he forces a turnover, and I think that's all he really needs if he can play clean ball. But that's gonna be one that he probably needs, because even if he loses that one, he pretty much have to win out after that. So which he could do too.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Gotcha. And before we move on, Bag, do you think we just got Cole left on that one? Disappointed season if we'll ignore the Iowa game. Clemson doesn't run the table in conference.
It's hard to run the table in general, in terms of no losses, but yeah, I would say very disappointing season if he doesn't come out of tier 2. I think he's the only user. He definitely is the only user in tier 2 with a playoff victory. So Okenzo did go to a natty year 1, but he's not the same at the moment. So actually no, I take that back. Baylor beat Notre Dame in the playoffs, so Baylor has a playoff win. Let me not sleep on him. But yeah, I would say Clemson should be the clear favorite to win this division. If he ends up taking 2 conference losses, I would say that would be disappointing, especially given how he's played against. I agree. I didn't see the whole Notre Dame game, but I did see not a lot. I did see a couple plays that were pretty crazy. And I saw the first half of Clemson, Nebraska, and was surprised that he ended up losing that game. So, if he plays at the level he's been playing at, he should be fine.
Gotcha.
Those are 2 playoff games right there, essentially. So,
Moving on to Florida State, got out of conference win versus USC. Tough loss against Oklahoma that we talked about earlier. Next big test will be a rivalry game at home, Doak Campbell versus Miami. We'll pause here for a second with how Cole plays during the first 7 weeks of the season over the last 3 seasons. Do you think he could pull out a W versus J. Roth, Rouse?
I think like the total airtime is kind of fascinating.
I mean, yeah, this would be the time to do it for his track record. I think they're pretty close user-wise, I would say. Like, they're in the same ballpark. Florida State's at home. J. Roth probably in better form overall. I can't even say that, though, so I don't know. But if they're making a spread on that in Vegas, it's probably like Miami. Maybe a pick 'em for real. You can go either way. Whoever doesn't turn the ball over is what I would say. Both of them, despite what Bag says, I think both of them can score. I'm expecting a lot of points in this one. Like a 35, 30-something game, at least. What I would expect.
Gotcha. Okay. Bag, how you calling this game? Miami on the road versus Florida State.
I got to go with Miami for sure. I mean, he's just been much more consistent than Cole has.
More consistent than a pre-week 7 Cole? Pre-week 7
Well,
Cole
that was
elite.
pre-week 7. Pre-week 7, like 2 and 3 seasons ago. Last season, Cole was not good from the get-go. And if we're talking about year 5, week 7, till present day now, in year 7, so the last season and a half that we've had, Miami's been significantly better of a user. They both were in tier 1 last year. Miami found a way to win some games. Florida State did not. So I'll never sleep on Florida State, and it seems like he's playing pretty good ball this year, keeping it close with Zev on the road. So, we'll see. But if I had to pick one, I'd say give me Miami plus 7.5. And yeah, I haven't been learning my betting stuff a little bit. So not that I gamble, but I think he wins by at least a touchdown. That's what that means, right?
No.
All right.
you made him the underdog. It'd be minus 7.5, but I got what you're saying.
All right. Yeah, appreciate you clean that up for me. But yeah.
Yes.
It'll be a good game though, for sure.
Oh, is that Pac-12 now?
Ooh, the best conference of them all.
We're gonna do this by North.
I got a question for y'all. Do y'all think the Oregon user wins the Pac-12? I mean, he should, but do you think he actually does it?
Nope. I don't know who he is. I'm just saying that, but nah.
Not if this is the same South Carolina user you were talking about before, and then
that is him.
And then Washington.
But his team's getting worse every year, worse and worse.
He got to win the conference championship to come out, or just win his division to come out?
He's got to win his division to come out.
I mean, nothing against Colorado, but he's not going to do it. Georgia Tech.
Colorado, Georgia Tech, Arkansas. Yeah.
South Carolina could get him though, and Washington just beat he beat J. Roth, or was close to J. Roth?
It was
no, Washington will be my favorite. I think Washington's the best player in that conference. Oregon's team is way better though. So that
schedule
might
Washington. Why 1-3 already? God dang.
Yeah, he hasn't had it easy. But he should have beat J. Roth. He should have had a tier 1 dub, and I think his other win was pretty big. He also, I don't know what the score of his game against Texas ended up being.
36-21. The scores came late
Syracuse
though.
embarrassed them though. God damn.
The scores came late. I think that Washington Texas game was actually really good.
Yeah. And also against Syracuse, he played that game before he got his team upgrade. So he played against Syracuse with like literally both of his only defensive tackles on his team who had to see the field every uh, drive were 55 overall. So I mean, can't really hold that one against him too much. But yeah, he has no user wins yet. So we'll see, how he ends up finishing. But yeah, I was watching the Texas game. I mean, I was watching that game probably to like the second half, and he did end up closing it back up with a late score to end the second quarter. He made it a one-score game, like 28-21 maybe, but to be honest, Texas was kind of ahead that whole game.
Right. But I don't think anybody has a Texas tight team in the Pac-12, so I don't think that should be as big as
Yeah,
a
I mean,
factor. But
Oregon has head and shoulders easily the best team in the Pac-12. I mean, certainly in its division. I mean, there's no one else. Who's the second highest rated team? That 87?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech has a 92, but he's really bad. So like,
Golly.
nah, my bad. Me and Georgia Tech got smoked. That's why. But
Is that the one that cusses
I
you
don't
out
know.
every morning?
Yeah, that's that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so I mean, he's terrible. I mean, his best player is at LSU now though, which is great. Um, but
Does Arkansas have a chance over here? Do we think any chance at all?
to win the division,
Maybe not to win, but to beat like Oregon. Can he win a game against Oregon or Washington? Can he get one of them?
I think he can. I mean, I think he's actually pretty solid. His team is getting better, but that overall, when you have a 15-point overall gap, I mean, I mean, Oregon doesn't belong in here. Even in the North, I mean, is there anybody in the North who's like that good?
Texas
Oh,
A&M.
Chucky's team.
Yeah.
And Michigan,
Old
your team
Miss.
should be good.
I got an old miss.
Yeah, Michigan got a 97 team, so I mean,
No, don't. That's not what it is. That's because I have significantly less players than everybody else.
oh, well, yeah, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I think Washington's the best user over there, but Oregon does play sound football, so I mean, I think it'll be tough for anyone to beat him, especially when his team's the way it is. I mean, I know because I upgraded his quarterback, but he has like multiple, 95 plus speed receivers. His quarterback's like a 95 overall. He shouldn't really lose that many games in there,
This
if any.
probably his toughest 2 games at the end of the season, right there.
Toughest three too. He got Oklahoma right there too.
But just like last year, who was it? Syracuse, I think. Even though they were third in the division when it showed, they still made the conference championship.
Yeah, I thought that. I thought about not making divisions this year, because yeah, he actually technically lost his division, but I guess the first tiebreaker isn't head to head in divisions; it's conference record. So he like got in.
Gotcha. So, gotcha. Moving over to the north. Let's see. This is what I wanted to talk about. This they played disregard. Chucky seems to be back on the horse, playing at a respectable level. We'll call it a Big 12 level, where he just came from after getting relegated back. Do you see Texas A&M being able to take down Oregon at the end of the season to make the championship game Texas A&M and Washington.
Yeah, I mean, I think Texas A&M can beat Oregon. I think Texas A&M can beat a lot of people. We'll just gotta see if he can stay consistent. You know what I mean? I think, sometimes, he finds a way to lose, especially last season. So he should handle business. But he can definitely lose to Ole Miss, Michigan, or USC, as well as Oregon, down the stretch here. So the game's got to be played, but I would also say that he's the favorite in his division for sure. But I guess to answer your question directly, does he beat Oregon in this game at home? Yeah, give me Chuck. Give me Chuck.
Okay. All right. Just a quick breeze through the Pac-12. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to keep it moving. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Wait a minute.
It's time.
It absolutely is time. G2 7mm thickness. We back. We back at it. It's, you know it, you love it. It's your mammy's favorite time of the year. It's the tier list. We gonna start off hot. It's easy. It's Oklahoma. It's Nebraska. That's it. We got any disagreements?
What do we feel about Ohio State?
As far as what, putting him in my S tier?
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, just because he's ranked number 2 to start the season doesn't mean he's in my S tier. He's a good player for sure, but no. Didn't Texas beat him in the playoffs again last year?
The matchup game, as we talked about. I don't know if they hit it or not, but
I believe.
I think that's what happened. I think Texas beat him twice last year.
it's possible. Some dudes match up worse against,
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying. I mean, look, I'm not saying it's a knock. I mean, Texas is a good player as well. I think Ohio State is a good player, but if you're saying relative to the S tier, I think not. I mean, I think truthfully, even I said this before, even last time when I made the S tier, I think the S tier is really just OG do or die at the moment. But I'm throwing Zev in there as well, and it panned out. I mean, I think they both were undefeated last year until the championship game. I don't know if Nebraska lost a game last year. But I also don't think, was the championship that close last year? I feel like I didn't watch it all.
Nah, Zev quit in the third, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, actually, honestly, I'm putting OG as my S tier alone, and then I'm putting Oklahoma. Well, I guess when it's my turn to say my A tier, I'll let you know. But for me, yeah, I'm gonna go Nebraska. First back-to-back champion. He has a coaching record. He's handled business against Zev. Most of the time I've seen them play in this league. So yeah, I mean, I think he's clearly the guy right now.
Gotcha. Frows, what you got for your S tier?
Definitely Zev. I'll put him in there. OG, not that order. OG probably first still, and Zev. If I had a third, it'd be Ohio State, but I think when he's played them two recently, I think they've both. I don't know. He's close though, but I'm gonna keep it at 2 for today. He'd be at top of my A tier.
Oh man.
I mean, I think Ohio State has beaten Zev.
Yes.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's beaten Zev the last time they played, and then he beat Zev in the Natty in like year 2, and then he beat him, I remember, that year right after that. But I think Zev beat him last year because I think Zev was undefeated going to the playoffs, so Zev must have got him last year, the last time they played. But Ohio State does catch him a lot, for sure.
Gotcha. And he's not happy with that. I will have a comment on it though. it's not about what you do in the regular season. You're one of. It's not disrespect to be. Your regular season doesn't matter. At this point, you've done enough for your regular season to have just been what it is. You make the rest of your resume now strictly off playoff wins. You do got the one ring that they not saying you don't, but from here on out, it's realistically just what did you do in the playoffs?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's in the chat right now, going off, and, I guess rightfully so. But at the end of the day, uh, um, I know last year you had a first round exit to Texas. And if I'm not putting Texas in my S tier, then how can I put him in my S tier? Um,
Not like I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's like a 1-to-1 because he beat him and he, I don't. That's not really how I do it myself. But I hear what you're saying.
Well, I mean, it's
like
not.
You could go and be like, well,
it's not only that, but I'm just saying, like, to make it an S tier situation, like, how can I say you're S tier when, like, I mean, yeah, he's saying in the chat. I don't know what 0-2 is. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, he said he beat Notre Dame in the playoffs last year. All right, my bad.
That's not saying much though.
I misspoke. No, I mean that's a good win. I'm glad he was able to hold him down.
What is 0-2? He said you're 0-2. What does he mean?
I think he's talking to Michigan. No, I think he's talking to Michigan. But
I'll let you.
No, that's a good win. Once again, like, I'm not saying that he's like not a good player. I'm just saying that if I'm making an S tier, like, as I said, he beats, him and Zev got to be at least 50-50 if at the worst. So, I'm not saying he's a bad player.
All three in there. That's what I would say myself if I had to, but it's borderline. I can see both sides.
Yeah, I mean, y'all S tiers are just, a little bit more fluid, I would say.
National champions, bro. Ain't that many natty champs around. Like, it's only a few of us.
Right. I said underrated. I felt like you said he was properly rated. I said he was a little underrated.
By bags, yeah, I agree. If you're going, yeah, for sure.
I'm not underrating him. I mean, he's gonna be in my A tier, but yeah, I mean, the S is different. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, let's not get what we're not gonna do is twist my words. I didn't say it was a bad win, but if you've listened to the podcast for the last couple weeks, Bag has been consistent about what Notre Dame has done in the playoffs. So to say you beat Notre Dame, who has yet to win a playoff game, I'm not sure how much weight saying I beat Notre Dame is if Notre Dame hasn't done anything in the playoffs.
And yeah, I mean, I'm looking at this chat right now. He said, I'm 50-50 with the home. I think it's on my OG. I don't think you're 50-50 with OG. I think OG's got you beat there. But I would say you have beaten OG probably more than once, I would say, but I don't think y'all 50-50. But anyways, I mean, yeah, for me, I think Nebraska's playing at a different level than everybody else. I mean, he made Zev quit in the championship game. He went undefeated. He's won a second champ. Ohio State, shout out to you for winning Natty, actually playing, 4 real users on your way to a national championship. I, salute that. Salute to making the semifinals. Salute to never missing the offs. Actually, I think you did miss it once, but 9 to 10, you make the offs. You're in the semifinals last year. Salute.
When did he miss the playoffs?
I think he's missed it 1 time in 7 seasons. I believe. I think he's missed it 1 time. But in general, as I'm saying, like, he's making the playoffs. He's winning games in the playoffs. He's a very tough out in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He's a very good user. He's not in my S tier. Sorry. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
all right. We'll keep it moving.
Oh, he said he's never missed the All-Star. We can check the coach stats on that. I mean, I could be wrong. Even if you do make the offs every year, I'm not tripping. Like, good. I mean, I don't think I've missed the offs either. But I'm not hating on your game. Like, I mean, I don't know what you mad at me for just because you're not in the S tier. But there's only one person.
What would make Zevi S tier and not him for you if you had to differentiate?
Zevi's not my S tier either.
Oh, so you're going only OG just by himself?
Yeah, OG's the only one in the S tier.
Okay.
Oh, does it show it?
We both play in the hardest conference. Your conference wasn't, especially last year. Your conference wasn't harder than the Big Ten.
I don't think it shows your playoff.
I don't think last year the SEC wasn't better than the Big Ten. But
No, I don't. It doesn't show your actual.
it doesn't say like if you made the playoffs or not.
No, I would venture to say no. I don't think he's ever missed the playoffs because it baffles me every time he plays me. They jump no matter where he's at. They jump him 10, like 4 or 5 spots if he's not. Because I know it was a year he was ranked like 16th when he played me.
See, like
As the
Ohio
last
State's in
game.
the chat saying the Big Ten is soft, but you're losing to Texas twice. Texas is losing to like tier 1 teams, like or tier 3 teams. I mean, the SEC last year in particular was pretty weak. I mean, you had Texas got smacked whenever he played in the playoffs. Clemson, was 500 last year, maybe. You had J. Roth in there. I mean, you had Tennessee in there. I mean, out of last season, right? Last season, you had the 3 worst users in tier 1, 3 out of the 4 in your conference. The only one from the Big Ten who kind of was on the level that they were playing at last year is maybe Florida State. Texas never beats me in his life. He beat me like once ever. But so
Rouse,
yeah.
You had Ohio State in your S tier.
Yeah, he's in my S tier. If I'm gonna put Zevi in my S tier, I can't not put Ohio State in there. Really, logically, I can't
I mean,
find a
I
reason to
agree
do
with
that.
I agree with that.
It's either
but
for me, it's either neither of them, like which is
Or
I
both
guess
of
I
them.
get
I
that
got
too
you.
because OG, but I'm putting them both.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like, yeah. I feel like it's hard for you to. I mean, I guess Texas lost to somebody, so there's that. But I feel like if you just start adding these dudes to your S tier, you got to just start throwing names around. Like, because I mean, Texas beat them twice. You throwing them in S tier. Last 2 times he played Texas. Oh wait, no, I guess I'm wrong though because he played Notre Dame. That's not how it happened. And this dude doesn't even know who's in this conference. Notre Dame's not in this conference, and Clemson last year was not very good. So he's just in the chat, just chatting right now.
Gotcha.
But
Who you got in your
yeah.
A tier? Before we get too lost in this.
For me, my A tier, I'm rocking Zev, clear number 1. Probably Ohio State. I'll go 2. Notre Dame. I'll go 3. Hold on, let me look at this list. We got Ohio State. We got Oklahoma. We got Notre Dame. I'm putting myself in there. And I think I'm gonna leave it at that.
Gotcha. Oh, we got some teams at the bottom. Fries, who you got in your A tier?
Notre Dame, definitely in my A tier there. LSU. And I would be lying to myself if I put Bama up there that high. I think Bama's a good player for sure. I can't put him in the A tier just yet.
Can't forget
hopefully
Bama's
prove
like
me wrong.
35-3 in the playoffs. You can't forget about it.
I did actually forget about that until you said it, but yeah, I can't put it on my A tier. So I think Notre Dame and Bag are probably that's kind of it in that tier. It's like a weird group in this year. Texas had just a bad loss. I'm not putting them up there either right now. Yeah, I think I'm good there.
Listen, I like it. Stand on it. All right, who you got, Bag? You got Tennessee, Syracuse. Well, before we move on to Syracuse, both of you guys, is there enough data to keep Syracuse on this week's tier?
In the B tier, you're saying?
Just the list at all, because I know Tennessee was in the top 25 for 3 weeks last year.
Syracuse played a whole season last year. I mean, I'm going to throw them in there in my lowest tier, but I think I'm going to have I think I'm gonna have a B and a C tier this week.
Oh, there it is. There it is. He off the muscle this one. He ain't playing with y'all no more. What you got?
Well, wait, can we go to Ohio State's schedule because he really thinks he plays a hard schedule. So, all right, Notre Dame's not in your conference. I know you
Georgia, South Carolina,
must have
Florida,
forget.
A&M, Texas, Bama, Tennessee, Oklahoma, Miami,
So
Michigan.
you play nobody out of conference who has a winning record. Am I correct? Florida will probably have a winning record, so I'll give you that one. Florida have a winning record, potentially.
Florida had a winner. Georgia had a win. Yes.
Last year?
Yeah, they finished. No, they finished 5-7, didn't they? They just won their conference
Probably.
games. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get sidetracked in this conversation. Actually, it's just some of his points that he's trying to make on which conference is tougher are just not valid. I mean, the first year that we were doing the tiers, I think SEC was better, but right now the Big Ten's for sure better. I mean, Notre Dame is kicking butt regular season. Nebraska's in the S tier by himself. I've been in back-to-back semifinals. Hoop is a really good player. And who's the other one down there? Who's our fifth guy? I'm forgetting right now. Oh, Florida. Florida's pretty good too.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. I mean, J-Roth, I like J-Roth a lot. He's a good player too, but I don't know if he's better than anybody in the Big Ten, and probably the same for Tennessee. Both things are. I don't think either one of them are. And yeah, Clemson usually is playing good ball. I mean, he's playing good ball this year, but like last year, that wasn't the case. So I mean, the SEC was pretty weak last year, and Texas beat the shit out of you. So I mean, I can't be like he beat the crap out of you and then got the crap beat out of him by Zev. So it's like, I don't know. Anyways, to the B tier. B tier. I'm rocking with Alabama for sure. I'm gonna go.
I feel like that's a lot. Let me know who's not in your B tier.
My B tier is gonna be Alabama, Baylor, Texas, and Iowa.
Kenzo not getting no B tier love?
No, not right now.
Okay. Fries, who you got? Because chat is on fire right now.
I think I got the same. I would add Kenzo to the bottom of that tier for me, just because I know the capability, and he's 2-0 right now. So
Okay.
Only difference. And then my bottom, just to finish it up, will be Georgia and Auburn. I think that's the last tier, right?
Where you got Tennessee at?
He's in my other tier. I guess it would be B tier.
B tier? Okay.
Yeah, he's in there somewhere.
Okay. So Georgia, Auburn, rounding out your C tier.
Georgia might drop to unranked, unfortunately for him, I think, after this week. But either way, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, you talking about after the loss to Texas A&M?
Yeah.
16?
Yeah.
Yeah, he might. He might. The real question is, where's Texas A&M at? To see if he will jump into the rankings. Let's see if he's close enough to the top 25. No. So he will definitely drop because he's 83 in the media poll right now.
Oh, yeah, he's out of there.
So, yeah, more than likely, Georgia is going to drop out of the top 25. Not enough to get Texas A&M ranked, but good win nonetheless. Good win nonetheless. And for bag, I assume we're just gonna chalk it up. Tennessee, in no particular order. UGA and Auburn as well.
Yeah, everyone who's left, I'm all lumped together.
No particular.
I think
order.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw Tennessee and Arizona State at the top of that list, but you know, no big deal on where they all go. Got to see how it plays out. Probably Tennessee is right at the top of that because I mean Tennessee was playing pretty good ball last year, and so we'll see.
Okay. Fries, quick off the top. UGA over Auburn or Auburn over UGA? Neutral site.
I think Georgia's probably a little. I mean, y'all are gonna disagree anyway, so it don't matter. But I think, I'm gonna say Georgia, but I know y'all are gonna be like, I don't know.
I'm just asking. I know it's
a good
usually no
question.
particular order, but since they were next to each other, I was just curious. Neutral site. Because I know playing in Sanford is real. So
I think Georgia's team also is a lot better than Auburn, so I would say Georgia.
Listen, I don't know what he got them boys drinking down out them creeks down there. But he recruiting, no matter what that record is. And that team is that team every year. So if he don't do nothing else, he gonna do that. So I will definitely give him that.
Yeah, I mean Georgia. If I had to say who's probably the worst in that B tier, not on skill at all, but actually, I probably would put Syracuse down at the bottom. To be honest, I was gonna say Auburn, but I'll put Syracuse down there actually.
Okay.
If I had to, but I mean, for me, oh sorry.
Go ahead. I'll let you finish first.
Well, I was gonna pivot, so I mean, if you have something to say about that,
I was gonna say, even if Syracuse keeps winning, let me check his schedule before I speak.
We've got to play LSU at some point.
I'm curious to see this stretch of games right here from LSU down. As far as I guess run defense, and then does he still get that same level of production once other teams have some inside disruptor, outside disruptor type dudes? So
his team is a 99 overall. Hughes?
Yeah.
Can we go to his roster? Because I don't know why he's ranked that high.
Yeah, what?
Man, y'all, you're not in the Pac-12, so y'all don't really keep up with the Joneses.
Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised Nighthawks and Zev's league just raking up people. I just don't get it. I mean, he has seven 5-stars, and it's crazy because the 7 5-stars he do have. Yo, King Elworms, say your shit about this though in the chat. How in Zev's league this dude Ole Miss have 7 5-stars, the next high at Ole Miss, by the way, with only 4 stars to recruit. So he only gets 800 points. He has 7 5-stars. Out of those 7 5-stars, he has 4 5-star gems. How does he get that done? How does nobody care? I know King in there. He gonna speak up about it. He gonna speak on it a little bit, but it's just crazy. He kind of just cheats right in front of everybody's face. I feel like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And people think it's like skill. How can you have? First of all, it's not like he has 5 stars. He has, even if you had 5 stars and in a league with 30 people was getting 7 5-stars, and it's not even like he's getting just 7. It's like he's getting all the 5-star gems. Like I go look, it's like damn. So he's getting the absolute cream of the crop, with only 4 stars and like no pipelines at the Ole Miss because I've had Ole Miss in the league. I mean, they have like 5-star Ole Miss pipe, like Mississippi pipeline, and then like 2-star pipe in like Texas and like 3 in Atlanta. It's like really rough. Meanwhile, he's taking out 7 5-stars and supposedly doing it the right way. But anyways, back to this roster.
It's nothing crazy at all.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, I mean, he's definitely got, at least he's got a good quarterback and a good running back, so that's major. I think he said before in the chat that he has a pretty good line. He has a lot of good running backs, actually.
well, when you run I for him, you got to, right?
Yeah, that's for sure. Got a tight end out there. His line is okay.
Nah, this
Nothing too crazy.
I think his roster is lack of versus because
Yeah, he doesn't have
of.
any. He doesn't have any like really bad players. He doesn't have any like 60 overalls. It's probably boosting him up a lot. I've seen that's been like a pretty strong correlation, just because I don't see anybody really like below a 75.
Right.
So that's major.
Yeah.
But he's definitely gonna have to step up his recruiting. And in the Big 12, yeah, he might not survive in the Big 12, man. I mean, the teams up there are all pretty sturdy and they're good users, so it's gonna be tricky for him, I think.
Gotcha. Oh no, we got Miami and don't make the offs. Whoa. Whoa.
The pods, you get the chat going too. It's always good. Reacting stuff on the fly.
Oh, for sure. For sure. These late night pods be hit a little different than the midday ones used to.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm. No doubt. Yo, can we see who's anybody in on maybe some decent 5-stars?
Oh, yeah. I was about to go to Zev's League just to look at the roster real
Oh,
quick.
wait, we can go on the pod and go ahead and do that. We can do that if you want. I'm cool with that. That's a nice little side. So
still listen
to
to
anybody
games, but yeah.
anybody who might be listening and doesn't know who we're talking about, this dude used to be in our league and just have by far the best teams, and we ended up, he got caught cheating in a different league, and I just kind of took that and assumed he was doing the same with us and got him out. I mean, he had like every 99 overall player and he would get every good recruit and da. We didn't have any stone cold evidence, but like, let's go look at these top classes and see how crazy it is. Oh, he has 8 5-stars now. Wait, no, this isn't Zev's league.
I'm about to say, you're not UNC in Zev's league. I just play UNC. I
Who
was
am
gonna be
in
like,
Zev's
wait a
League?
minute. Shit, I
Are you
don't
in
know.
Zev's league? Well, maybe you're in Zev's league with like the no playmaker and shit.
Oh, he has 2 of them. Okay, disregard them.
Yeah.
I was looking like I just played UNC. I was complaining the whole game, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I think you're in the one with all the with no playmaker and all that.
Gotcha. Okay, my apologies.
I can't share your screen. That's not gonna work, huh?
You can share it.
good.
I can
It's all good. So they get the point. He's cheating.
I mean, you're in that league, right, Miles? I mean, you can see it. I mean, it's
I
like,
don't
dude,
understand. Yeah.
like, it's not like you have, like, for example, like last year, and like you see, he kind of comes back to earth with it, right? But last year, OG had Texas A&M, who is one of the most dominant recruiting schools in the game, and he managed to get like 6 5-stars. He also probably brought in like 30 total recruits, but he got 6 5-stars. And then this year, he's like back down to having only like 2 5-stars, because I mean, it comes and goes. Like sometimes you got the inside track, but it's hard to do that every year. Meanwhile, this dude has Ole Miss with only 4 stars, and he's getting everybody. And he has every transfer too. He has Gideon Davison. Zev does like these legend upgrades every year. And so there was there's some dude who had Penn State made Joe Paterno a quarterback, and he's nasty. And he got that dude. Yeah, super rough. He got that dude. He has all the 99 speed receivers. I mean, he gets everyone who's important, he's got them. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, it looks obvious that he's cheating, but it's crazy how he kind of can just do it in front of everybody's face. And when he gets called out on it, he'll say when he gets called out on it, he'll say that he has an elite recruiter, but then other people have elite recruiters and don't get the same result. So,
I'm gotta be up, man.
something got to be up.
You bringing it back next year?
I don't know. I mean, I don't really miss bro, but if y'all want him back, y'all can get him back.
I'm not asking for him back. I'm just asking if you're gonna bring him back. League's in a
Probably
great
not.
space without him. We don't need him.
Um,
Dang.
Hey, Ross said he told me in detail his stuff. Yeah, I don't believe it. I hear you, bro, but I don't see it. I don't see it. If a bunch of dudes play this game in the league, like someone else would be doing something like that, you know?
Listen, put it out there. Let them know. Maybe that's what needs to happen. Just be like, hey, how are you doing it, dude? Like, paint the picture.
He's gonna try to justify it for sure. He's gonna say, "Oh, I just do this and let's do this."
Nah,
He's leaving out one detail. I don't know what it is.
you gotta show something, because at that point, you're doing the same. You're out recruiting everybody in every league.
Right. At any school though, it's not like he's doing it on
Right. You're
at
correct.
Georgia. Or...
You're correct. It is at any school, which is the crazy part. It's not like it's just. I don't know, because Tennessee's don't have the best pipelines.
Right.
Definitely not.
I don't know, man. I'm glad he's out of the league though. We don't need that around here. Or he's doing.
He lost though.
I said read him back. He said what? Oh yeah, man, he's beatable. I'm not saying.
Yeah, that's the crazy
at all.
part. It's like,
No, I mean, I don't think he's like necessarily like. I mean, on user skill, in my opinion, he definitely still is like top 10,
For sure.
maybe even higher. But I would say certified, like he's top 10. Like he actually is relatively good at the game. But in every league that I've been in with him, he never wins any natties like the first like 2 or 3 years until his
takes
team
off.
just gets so insane that it's like, all right, now I'm winning every single time because my corners are all 99 speed, my edge rushers are all 99 power move, my running backs are all purple shifty, my quarterbacks are all 99 speed. Like, you know what I mean? Now it's like, okay, now he wins. But I mean, I think in Zev's league he hasn't won this time around, but the time before he rebooted, I don't think he was gonna lose.
How I joined Zev's grind league on accident. That's crazy. I'm a little hurt. I'm a little hurt. He was like,
I think he has space. He has space, I think, in his main league if you want.
I'm with it. I would probably drop the other one though.
Yeah. I haven't played in the Playmaker League, but it sounds like it was a really dope idea. It sounds like a cool league.
All right, though, fellas. About we
Yeah,
wrapping
because
soon.
we
Good.
mess around. We were watching the chat.
Yeah.
But if you stuck around, I appreciate it. If you don't like what we have to say, let us know in the lively Discord, or change it on the field.
We'll be in that court.
For sure. For sure.
Shout out to you, Terrell, man. Another great pod produced by you. I appreciate it. Not to put no pressure, but throw a grind pod out there. We got to talk about how Utah is about to be 9-1 heading into his last 2 user games.
Listen, I will give all the credit to Chucky. That was last week was me. Last week was me. We had something ready to go, and then life happened, and life's been happening this week. But we here this weekend. Hopefully he don't have a tournament. We could get this thing out tomorrow morning or Sunday morning for sure. But we'll be on there, and we got a game. So hopefully we get the picture back up. And we'll start talking about it because we're late in that one already. We're getting real deep into that and to the grind right now. So, but until next time, Frowls, Bag, I appreciate you, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Appreciate